What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So I know y'all see the smile on my face, because I had a lot of people come and they tell me, when legendary retired Hall of Fame iconic superstar boxer, 5-division world champion, former pound-for-pound king, pay-per-view king, the man known as Money, Floyd Mayweather Jr., retired 50-0, 26 wins, 27 wins by way of knockout. Floyd Mayweather Jr., a legend, icon, turned promoter, and founder of Mayweather Promotions. He did an interview and he stated that the highly anticipated, undisputed welterweight showdown legacy fight between undefeated 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the reigning WBO, World Boxing Organization welterweight world champion, who is widely considered by many to be the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world, in Terence "Bud" Crawford. Terence Crawford is 38 wins, no losses, no draw, 29 big wins by way of knockout. He is 35 years of age, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach, and his counterpart, his biggest rival, an undefeated, unified 3-belt WBC, WBA, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is widely considered by many to be top 2, maybe #1, but definitely top 5 best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, in Errol the True Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr., 28 wins, no loss, no draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. Errol Spence is 32 years of age. That's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing, okay? And Floyd Mayweather, he came out and he said the fight wasn't going to happen, right? And so I got a lot of people that came and they started to run with the narrative that, see, Floyd Mayweather, he poked holes in your sources, and Floyd Mayweather exposed your sources, and that you're not telling the truth. Blue Blood. I told you guys there were multiple dates that was on the table that they were targeted. And I told you guys that, and you guys came and said, Floyd Mayweather knows more than Errol Spence Jr. himself. Right? And so when I told you guys that these dates were on the table, you didn't believe me. Right? And you came and you said, Floyd Mayweather poked holes in my sources. Well, shout out to my brother KO Artist Sports. And like I tell you, everything is subject to change in the sport of boxing. And Errol Spence himself said he never seen Floyd Mayweather's name on none of his checks. But we know Floyd Mayweather has a close relationship with the PBC, Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman. They have a father-son relationship, big brother relationship, mentor relationship, and business relationship. So we know this already, right? But as I told you guys, right, that November 19th date was a target date. Whether it was going to happen or not, it's always subject to change. I told you guys that Terence Crawford took, and I talked to Terence Crawford personally, and he took, he's willing to accept and agreed to take a 65-35 split, less money, so on and so forth. We already know, etc., right? But y'all came and said that, well, Floyd Mayweather poked holes in your sources when I told you guys these was the target dates. So more importantly, let's just listen to the network president himself, shall we?
Like December, January, can you maybe confirm the date range for us?
I mean, look, you know, obviously,
now that network president just happens to be Showtime president of sports, Stephen Espinoza. Whether he's telling the truth or not, one thing for certain, as I told you guys, the dates that I have been telling you guys that they have been targeting, I'm 1000% correct. Now, if it happens on that date or not, it's subject to change. But as I told you guys, they were targeting those dates to have the fight on that date. Just like I told you guys, November 19th was a target date. But y'all went and said, well, he poked holes. And I told you guys, it's just ironic because the platform and the network in which he decided to, Floyd Mayweather, say, don't listen to these reports and don't listen to these sources about November 19th. It's not happening this year. Now, it just may not happen this year, but don't say that those dates wasn't the target dates, okay? So here, listen to this.
Time is getting a little bit short for November 19th. You know, I don't think that deal is...
time is getting a little bit short, Stephen Espinoza said, for the November 19th date, which means that they would have liked to have it November 19th, which means Showtime, the platform and the network in which is going to showcase the fight, wants to have it on November 19th. And here Stephen Espinoza will confirm that he wants to have it on November 19th.
That date is dead quite yet. But look, like I said, everybody wants to fight.
Hold on. What did Stephen Espinoza just say?
I mean, look, obviously time is getting a little bit short for November 19th. I don't think that deal is, that date is dead quite yet.
Wait a minute. Did Stephen Espinoza just say the Showtime president of sports president himself, the network, themselves, that going to put up the money? He just said that time is getting a little short for the November 19th date, which means that he confirmed that the date that they're targeting is November 19th. And then he's going to say, but I don't even think that date is entirely dead in itself. I'm not saying it's going to happen November 19th or not. But as I told you guys, my sources were telling me the date they wanted to have it on was November 19th. And now you hear the president himself saying November 19th was the date.
So is it looking like December, January? Can you maybe confirm the date range for us?
I mean, look, obviously time is getting a little bit short for November 19th. I don't think that deal is, that date is dead quite yet. But look, like I said, everybody wants...
So that date is not dead quite yet, which means he's still saying that it's a possibility that it could happen November 19th. Now, I'm entirely don't believe that's going to happen because today is October 9th. But he's going to explain that you don't need that much time to promote the fight. That would make it a month and a week. That would give it 5 weeks away for that fight to happen. And that's just a little too close. And nobody's going to try to crunch it into that time, right? Although Terence Crawford has been training, Errol Spence has been training, nobody's going to try to crunch it in that short period of time for a fight of this magnitude. That's just simply not going to happen. But as I told you guys, right, the date itself was a target date that they wanted to have the fight happen, period, right? Period, point blank and period, as I told you guys. So let's listen to what he says about the date, and he's going to tell you about the ability to be able to have the date, crunched in that short period of time.
To fight tomorrow if we could, but no one's going to rush it and put it out there before it's ready. So I don't think too many people are going to be disappointed if it is December instead of November 19th. The important thing is we get the fight. So
he said, I don't think too many people are going to be disappointed if it's December instead of November 19th, which means that the date of November 19th was the target date to have this fight showcased. Which means that, as I told you guys, sources was telling me that they wanted to have the fight between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford on November 19th. And so, like he just said, November 19th was the target date. Listen.
Enough time so that we promote it and make it something as successful as we all hope it can be.
I actually spoke to Floyd Mayweather. He pretty much said what you're saying. He said that the...
Now he's going to go and disagree with Floyd Mayweather, right? He's going to disagree with Floyd Mayweather. Listen.
Right, isn't going to happen right now, maybe in the future?
I wouldn't say that. I'm not saying the fight will not happen right now. I'm just saying that it is,
Isn't going to happen right now, maybe in the future?
So Floyd Mayweather said it's not happening right now, which I told you guys I don't believe it's going to happen this year. I don't think so. I think that, the fight has ran its course for it to happen this year. So I really don't believe that it's going to happen this year. But nonetheless, like I said, that November 19th date was officially a target date, like I told you guys. So for all the people that came to my platform and talking about, oh, you made up a date, November 19th wasn't real, and Floyd Miller poked hole in the sources, and Errol Spence himself didn't know what he was talking about. Well, now I told you, Errol Spence said that somewhat confirmed that he's going to fight him next. And then Stephen Espinoza just told you November 19th was the date that they were talking.
I wouldn't say that. I'm not saying the fight will not happen right now. I'm just saying that it is, these are normal negotiations. Look, it's
He said these are normal negotiations. I disagree with Stephen Espinoza. These are not normal negotiations. It wouldn't take this long, and this is a huge fight. So normal negotiations don't take 7 months to come to fruition, and normal negotiations are not the same when you're dealing with the biggest fight in the sport of boxing currently as it stands. So it's just definitely not normal negotiations. But I will say this, you know, I think that Floyd was correct when he said that, you know, it's not going to happen this year, right? I think that Stephen Espinoza don't want to let this big fight get away from him. He don't want to let the year go without them securing a major fight. And then he's going to go on. And like I told you guys, it looks like we're going to get Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia in January 7th. And that means that this year you wouldn't have another mega fight on Showtime this year. And I don't think that Stephen Espinoza wants to let the year get away from him without having a big fight on his network, right? He wants to generate big money on his network before the year is up. And I don't think that Stephen Espinoza, by any stretch of the imagination, wants to let the year go without having a big fight showcased on his platform.
The fight everybody wants and excited about, so it's under the microscope. But I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It's like 6 months away. You know, what is it? Look, things are happening every day. There's progress being made every day, and I think it's still on track. You know, I wish it could happen overnight, just like, you know,
Now, like I said, Stephen Espinoza is just being hopeful, right? He's just hoping that he can get this fight over the hump and that everybody agree and that the fight can happen this year. I don't see it happening, as I stated. But as far as the November 19th date, when you had people coming and poking holes and saying that my sources have holes poked in them, do your homework. So he goes on to say that, you know, ERROL, Spence, and Terence Crawford fight is closer to happening than Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. And the reason he's saying that, because he wants to happen this year, which means it will happen before that fight, because that fight is going to happen January 7th, right?
But it's like, you know, there's nothing that everybody wants more than to get a deal done quickly.
And shout out to my brother KO Artist Sports. Go subscribe to KO Artist Sports.
These things don't happen quickly.
Do you have any kind of backup plan in case things don't happen as quick as you think?
No.
So he's going to go into the backup plan, but you can hear that video in its entirety, that interview in its entirety on KO Artist Sports. So go to KO Artist Sports, subscribe to KO Artist Sports, and you can hear that video in its entirety. So there you have it. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Roll. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.